pandemic is far from over, especially for developing countries like the Philippines. People are dying every day. Since last year, you just see these numbers go up. It doesn't quite hit you because, they're just numbers. All you see is the number of deaths. You don't know their stories. You only know that COVID killed them. My mom died on the 8th of September. What I miss most about Hong Kong, Ma?
I miss the flower market.
You miss the flower market?
Yeah.
Many of you have asked, why does she even go there? Before she went to the Philippines, she was in Japan for 6 months. Happy, healthy, and strong. My mama is very cautious. She's terrified of COVID. My mama went to Philippines for 3 reasons. First, to fix her teeth, her dentures. Second reason, to do a body check. And third reason is to sell her lot. She arrived in the Philippines at the end of July. Then 2 weeks in quarantine, tested negative. So it hasn't even been a month that she died. Losing a loved one during a pandemic is truly horrible, especially when they died abroad. Many of you have also asked, why don't you fly there? I called the consulate. They said that for my dad, because he holds a foreign passport, it would take around 2 weeks just to process paperwork that would allow him to apply for the visa. So I think by the time he could even get out of the Philippines, like out of quarantine, it'd be like a month. I hold a Filipino passport. I could have gone there on my own. But honestly, I was afraid to be alone in my grief, all alone for like 14 days there, and then 21 days when I come back. Also, could we have kept Mama preserved for that long? And so we made a decision as a family that Mama should be embalmed there. There should be a beautiful funeral for her there, and we could just live stream it. Then eventually she'd get cremated and then be back home in Hong Kong. That was the plan. When we asked how or why she died, Aunt Marilyn just said cardiac arrest. That doesn't explain anything. In the hospital that morning, she demanded money. We're in this messed up state and all you can do is push us for money. We asked her about keeping Mama in the hospital for an autopsy. She said that'd be very expensive. It'd be like 6,000 HKD per day. So she suggested that we bring Mama to the chapel because she said that in the chapel, they could keep her there for a week. She mentioned that the hospital did a swab test on Mama and that the results would be available the next day. Marilyn emphasized that if the test came positive, then we'd have to cremate my mom straight away. When we asked about doing an autopsy, she said that we couldn't do an autopsy until we got the COVID result. Everything felt so rushed that morning. We wanted to see Mama, but apparently the hospital wouldn't let them go up to see her. So our cousin sent this disturbing video to us instead. Apparently that's the hospital trying to revive Mama. We really had no clue how things worked in the Philippines. Yet Mama's sister kept pushing us, kept pressuring us. While we're in this state of shock, she never slowed down. She had basically made these decisions without even consulting us. They kept saying Mama died of COVID. Emily claimed that Mama got COVID because she went out by herself at Robinson's Mall. And on her way back home on the bus, apparently she got coughed on by someone and that's how she got COVID. Emily also claimed that Mama was showing symptoms. Wait, hold up. And you chose not to do anything, like send her to a doctor or a hospital? Or better yet, you chose not to contact any of us. You contact us for money and about your business ideas all the time, but this time you didn't contact us at all. Okay, anyway, let's just go back to Marilyn. Mama stayed at Marilyn's house with Marilyn, her husband, and her 2 9-year-old granddaughters. According to them, during Mama's stay there, Mama slept in the same room as these 2 granddaughters. So you're saying all of you were close contact with Mama. None of you were vaccinated, including Mama, though she had actually booked her vaccination during her quarantine. But she's the only one sick. She's the only one that died of COVID, apparently. Why are you so focused on the belief that Mama died of COVID without even thinking about how dangerous that is in your house? How can you be so sure it's COVID even before she got to the hospital? Why haven't you guys got tested for COVID? Why is there no lockdown? Why didn't you contact authorities? That evening, I prayed that the result would be negative. I mean, there was no way, right? I mean, everything up to that point just didn't make sense. I mean, Mama would tell us, right? She's been in close contact with my dad the whole time. They've been in touch, they've been messaging each other, right? If she felt that sick, we would know, right? Even before the swab test. Shouldn't there have been an autopsy? Shouldn't there be some medical report stating the cause of death, signed by a doctor? My dad kept asking for the death certificate. Yet Marilyn kept replying, oh, it's not ready yet. Oh, it's not available. Oh, it takes time. We begged them to get someone to perform an autopsy. But Marilyn, as if she couldn't wait for the COVID test to come back positive, denied us and said, no, it's positive. We have to cremate her straight away. We got sent the COVID result at around 11 p.m. that night. Soft copy, low quality. It said positive. What the I really don't get it. Your sister just died in your house. You assumed it was COVID. It seems you're not even afraid of COVID spreading in your house. You don't even want to know what really caused the death of your sister? I mean, through an autopsy? You made an assumption with your sister, Auntie Emily. Your assumption became valid thanks to the COVID result. And you made us feel like that was it. It's done. As you put it, Emily, it's the end of the story. You made us feel so defeated. We spoke on the phone that night, and once again I mentioned an autopsy. I mentioned a death certificate. Marilyn just kept denying me and said, it's positive, so we gotta come here straight away. Then what she said afterwards, that was the moment I felt this intense anger. Marilyn said on the phone, she said, you know, Kenta, before her mama died, she said to me, she said, if I die, you can have all my things. What?
In the dark she cries until the silence dries her eyes.
Mama was always on her phone. She loved watching YouTube videos. She was also a very active commenter. Koi and I would tell her off because she spent way too much time on her phone. I remember I had to help Mama with her account because I found that she was commenting on all these videos with her full name. She loved sharing random videos to people, including my friends. It was just so Mama. So why is there no activity after the 3rd of September? It's bizarre. It's not like Mama. But Mama's last message to Papa was on the 4th. Mama died on the 8th. Here's another thing we found that was quite bizarre. There are text messages of Mama buying load, which means buying internet data. There's proof here that in the morning before Mama died, the phone had internet access. Before the 7th, the last time Mama had bought more data was on the 28th of August. But look at this conversation between Mama and Papa. On the 7th, at around 6:30 a.m., Mama tried to video call Papa. He tried to video call back, but no answer. Then once again, a video call attempt from Mama. Then Papa tried to call twice. Papa said those video calls from Mama, the ringing was really short. Like just as he's about to pick up, it cuts. Then at 6:57 a.m. in the morning, this message was sent to Papa. No data, but the data was loaded at 6:47 a.m. Also, that's not Mama. Mama doesn't send messages like that. Papa tried to call twice in the morning. No answer. Then there's this message, which sounds like Mama, but we think that it could have been copied and pasted from elsewhere. Then it clearly switched to Marilyn at 11:44 a.m. She informed Papa that Mama still has a cold, has a little fever, isn't eating much, and says, please say something to her. So Papa tried. He called, once at 2:20 p.m., then at 9:13 p.m. Papa sent cute photos of their grandsons. Mama loves those. Papa sent a good morning message to Mama at 6:33 a.m. By then, Mama was already dead. Mama was already at the hospital. Why didn't Marilyn just let Mama contact us? Or why didn't Marilyn herself contact us if Mama was that sick? What the hell happened the day before Mama died. Looking at Mama's Facebook activity, she's not that active really. She uses Facebook mainly for the messenger. But there's a clear gap of inactivity between the 3rd and the 7th of September. The morning before Mama died, she liked this photo. We don't think that's Mama that liked that photo. It keeps getting more suspicious. On the 10th of September, 2 days after Mama died, there's activity on her phone. We know Irene was on Mama's phone. I mean, we thought she was just using it on the first day to communicate with us. But it's clear here, Irene was using Mama's phone. She searched for her husband's name on Facebook, then created this collection called For Later, which unfortunately we couldn't access. Mama's last message to Papa and to her friend was on the 4th of September. There's still activity on the 3rd. That's for sure Mama. But what's this? 5th of September, Mama logged in on a Windows PC. Whose PC? Was she in an internet cafe? Was she forced to log into another device? I mean, this is suspicious, right? Based on what we found, it's clear that Mama wasn't really on her phone on her last few days. Marilyn or Irene took it. Did they stop her from contacting us? Looking at the call history, there's a super short call on the 3rd of September. Then no call activity until the 7th of September in the afternoon, 14 hours before Mama supposedly died. Because according to Marilyn, Mama died at 4:30 a.m., 8th of September. So what is this call? One call lasting 6 minutes. Whose number is that? This message was sent from Mama's phone on the 7th of September at 11:56 a.m. That's 100% not Mama.
If you look at this one, Alicia asked, "Hi,
Dude, that's fucked.
this Alicia knows that your mom's not feeling well because it said not yet feeling well pa rin." Okay, after kain niya, which means somebody is saying that after she eats, she gets sleepy, but she eats really few.
It's clear that someone else had Mama's phone the day before she died. Why did they take her phone? Let's just assume that she's just that sick, to the point she couldn't use her phone. Wouldn't it make sense to contact us then? I'm sure Mama would have told her relatives to contact us. I'm sure if Mama was that sick or she was dying, she'd want to contact us. Did Irene and Marilyn not let her do that? After looking through Mama's phone, we had this really unsettling feeling about the days prior to Mama's death.
Meron akong Alzheimer, okay?
Oh, you have Alzheimer's?
Tita Emily.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I'm too old.
okay, that's very convenient.
And then this is the morning.
Yeah.
And then this morning, she's contacting her mom. Of course, this time she's already at the hospital at 7.
Yeah.
All right, so Irene uses this phone to call her, maybe to update her what happened. Yeah, September at 12 noon. So I think this is the time we are at the hospital. She's
Yeah,
informed.
that was the last call.
Yeah.
So just before she got an incoming, outgoing call, it was to Marilyn. I feel like that was the moment when she didn't have her phone anymore.
This was something I didn't know much about. I didn't even know Mama bought land there. Bought lot in the Philippines. I was genuinely impressed. What a sweet surprise. Mama really wanted to sell her lot and never come back to the Philippines because she wanted to spend all her time with her grandson. So I was quite shocked to hear the relatives bring it up. A few warned me about it because they believed that Emily and her friends were going to take it, sell it, and keep the money for themselves. Became even more suspicious when it turned out that Marilyn was talking about that lot the day Mama got cremated. Also, Mama told Papa that the important land documents were stored safely at Marilyn's house. Yet, when we first asked her about it, she kept saying she misplaced the documents. She told that to Jerome and Uncle James when they went to retrieve Mama and her belongings. Then Melissa sends this to the group chat. Basically, her and Emily claimed that that was written and signed by Mama before she died. Is this forged? Papa has never seen this. Mama would have sent it to us if it was that important, right? Then a few days later, Marilyn says that the documents aren't at her house. So she went from saying that she misplaced them to never having them in the first place. At the same time, Koe and I get invited to this group chat with Emily, Marilyn, and the broker. Emily forwards what we believe is the forged document. It seems like Emily and her gang were trying to sell Mama's lot without telling the developer that Mama died. They said it was so that we could avoid paying land tax. Even still, why didn't they consult us from the beginning? The Marilyn says she misplaced those documents, but actually just passed them on to Emily and Davina so that they could sell Mama's lot behind our back, then failed and ran out of time. It's so bizarre, also disrespectful. Just like with the cremation, Mama's sisters took control of things and tried to make things happen behind our backs. Clearly, getting Mama home is not going to be easy. There's clearly something suspicious going on, especially the 4 days before Mama died. Thing is, we've always known Mama's sisters to be shady. They've ripped off my Mama and Papa many times. Mama just has a soft spot for them, I guess. I think she believed that she could help them make a change, to stop the lying and the cheating for money. I really wouldn't be making videos like these if I had the answers. But there's so much I don't know, and there's only so much I can do. The purpose of these videos, at first, is to shed light on their appalling behavior. I hope it opens their eyes. I hope it makes the other family members actually question the things Emily, Irene, and Marilyn say. Because it's truly tragic, the way things ended for Mama. It's seriously appalling and disgusting, and I hope Mama's sisters don't get away with this. Otherwise, they won't learn, and they'll continue to be like this. We've officially hit a dead end. There are more videos to come. Please share this video and the playlist link so that once all the videos are out, you can watch them in chronological order. You can also check out the link in the description for an infographic PDF file that reveals why it's been such a struggle to get Mama home. The whole situation is just so messed up. I'm just so thankful to the one cousin I trust, Jerome. We wouldn't have come this far without him.
Alright, good morning everyone. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. I just woke up like this. So, okay. But anyways, I'm here today to give a statement about what happened to my tita Flor, Kentahan ko's mother, or Tito Aki's wife. So, it all started when I woke up morning Wednesday, just for a quick nap. Then I received a phone call from my cousin Kenta, sobbing and crying and telling me that there's something that's going on and that his mother is at the hospital. So nagising na lang ako isang umaga nung Wednesday na yon na tumawag si Kenta, umiiyak, tapos sinabi niya nga sa akin na may nangyari sa nanay niya, nasa hospital. I was utterly shocked. It didn't felt natural at all because I was talking with her last week over the phone and we're chatting on Facebook, probably more than a week, actually 10 days or so, something like that. So nagulat talaga ako kasi hindi ko na-expect na ma-hospital si tita kasi usap pa kasi kami sa phone noon more than a week ago, parang ganun. And so with that, I prepared myself and rushed myself going to the hospital like around 10 to 11 a.m. So most likely I arrived there around 11 to 12. Madali talaga ako, pumunta agad ako ng hospital 11 to 12 nung ready na ako, nakapahinga na ako and all. Pumunta ako doon. I was assigned by Kenta to, physically be there as their representative to see what we can do and help him with what's going on with his mom and check what's going on at the hospital. So yun, bali humingi lang ng tulong sa akin si Kenta nun para makita ko kung ano yung nangyayari sa hospital. The hospital was really strict. You're not allowed to enter the actual hospital itself, but you're gonna be able to stay at a vehicle area. You can rest there and just stay there while waiting. So parang merong
lugar kasi doon na parang hintayan ng mga relatives. Pwede ka doon na maghintay ka lang muna. There, I met Tita Marilyn, her party, which are Ate Irene, her husband, Ate Melissa, her husband, and Ate Laisel. So, there's a lot of people there already who are managing stuff. Bali, nakita ko doon si Tita Marilyn, nandun yung mga tao na kasama niya sila. Ate Irene, asawa niya, nandun din si Ate Melissa, asawa niya and all, the Laisel, so nandun sila. So, na-ready naman nila, na-manage na naman nila halos lahat ng kailangan gawin sa hospital. Then, they told me what happened, that Kenta's mother was declared dead on arrival because of heart attack or cardiac arrest, so either. So, nung dumating ako doon, sinabi naman nila agad sa akin na namatay nga yung nanay ni Kenta, dead on arrival, ng heart attack or cardiac arrest. Anyway, so, I informed Kenta of the situation. I was chatting with him over Facebook Messenger. So, the data is a little bit weak on my phone. That's why I'm just chatting him. So, yun. Kinokontak ko naman si Kwenta. Inaalam ko sa kanya yung mga situation at the moment. Pero yun, doon lang ako. So, anyways, then later on, they have the discussion already and the plan that Tita Flor will be having her funeral at a chapel. Like, later on, they will work on it already to have Tita Flor's body be at a chapel so they can do a proper funeral that time. So, napagplanuhan na nila na gagawa sila ng libing tapos ng konting pagtitipon doon sa chapel na malapit doon sa ospital ng Muntinlupa. Then, they were discussing it already. All was managed already. So, I felt like going home around that time, like 12 to 1. So, medyo nararamdaman ko na okay naman na yata lahat settled na. Palang plano ko na umuwi ng oras na yun. But I did not left as of yet because they told me, hey, you should just stay with us. We finish all this so you can stay with us. So, sinabihan ako nila Ate Melissa, I can stay there for a while and, see what's happening. So, hintay daw muna ako doon. Sama daw muna ako sa kanila. So, sumama ako sa kanila sa chapel. I went with them on the chapel. There's this chapel vehicle, white chapel vehicle. I saw the time when Tita Flor's body is being brought down from the hospital and to the chapel vehicle. It's like a white H100 van, so it's a bit long one. And then what happened there is Ate Irene was on video call with Tita Flor's family so they can see what's happening, like the body or Tita Flor's remains on the body bag. So nakikita naman na nila Kenta yung katawan ni Tita noon na nasa loob ng body bag, nilalabas sa hospital, dadalhin sa vehicle ng chapel, na puting vehicle ng chapel. So, alright, all is well that time. We were discussing things and all, and then everyone's crying and sobbing. Everyone's in pain and really mourning on quickly things that are happening so fast. So, sobrang bilis ng mga pangyayari. Tapos, lahat sila malungkot. Tapos, nagpisa nangyari. Sobrang bilis nga kasi. Anyway, so we arrive at the chapel. And then, Tita Marilyn managed most documenting stuff and all at the chapel. She talked to the staff and all. So, inasikaso na ni Tita Marilyn lahat mga dokumento, mga bagay-bagay na discussion dun sa staff ng chapel. By the time, they were not discussing about embalming and autopsy just yet because they mentioned that Tita must get her autopsy, or rather Tita Flor must get the COVID test results first. Tita Marilyn mentioned that time already that Tita Flor would test positive with COVID. She will not be allowed to be open anymore because of the COVID risk and the fact that it's like a protocol here in the Philippines to do an immediate cremation. So, nabanggit na ni Tita yon. Dumating kami dun sa cremation, sa chapel rather, na mention niya na hindi namin pwedeng munang buksan yung katawan ni Tita para i-embalsam or i-autopsy kasi nga check pa yung status ng COVID test, swab test ni Tita long time na yun. That time, they mentioned to me that it will take within 24 hours so I can just get back tomorrow to, continue on things that we can work on with Tita's situation. So, sabi sa akin nila nun, sige, pahinga ka na, balik ka na lang bukas kasi hintayin pa natin yung COVID test result ng tita mo. Parang ganun. If for anything else pala, we ate our lunch there at like a cafeteria near the chapel. I was bloated so I did not ask for much, just sweetened banana. Then that time, They were talking stuff and all. I also asked them about the immediate family's requests, such as handling to me the belongings so I can now send them back to Hong Kong as soon as possible. And then the requests for Tita's hair, teeth, or bones, so Kenta or Tita Flor's family can keep them as a memento, like maybe a souvenir to make a ring or pendant or something. So sinabi ko na kila Tita yon nung time na yon na kung pwede ako na magtabi muna ng mga gamit ni Tita Flor. Tapos yung buhok, yung ngipin, ganyan. Yung buto ba, pwedeng kumuha. Actually, buhok at ngipin pa lang nung time na yun eh. Ba, pwedeng kumuha, pwedeng gawing souvenir ng pamilya ni tita. We did not reach to a discussion about the belongings just yet. And then they told me just wait because we need to wait for the COVID test result. So, nung time na yun, hindi pa masyadong na-discussion yung belongings ni tita. So, hinintay pa rin dapat namin yung COVID test result. I still remember quite fully on my memories na there was a death certificate or there was a document or medical paper shown to me that time stating maybe an initial test that the cause of death was cardiac arrest or heart attack, and that the death certificate was on the process. It's there but blank pages are there because it's not fully accomplished just yet. So may death certificate na nung araw na yun. Sa tingin ko hindi pa na pipilapan or na pupulpil nung chapel syempre kasi sa kanila manggagaling yung death certificate nung time na yon. Tapos merong medical document na something na pinakita sa akin. Parang feeling ko may nakita akong binasa si Ate Irene na yun nga, yung cause of death ni Tita Flora ay something like cardiac arrest or heart attack. So, meron na yun hindi ko lang ma-recall. It's just painful now for me that I did not take a picture of documentation and stuff as everything was so rushed and was controlled. That's why, I was so idiot at that time not to think that I should have done this. So, medyo nagsisisi nga ako na hindi ko kinuhaan ng picture, dinocument lahat ng mga bagay na nakikita ko. Although, parang weird naman nun kasi syempre yung mga kamag-anak ko naman kasama ko doon. So, that's what happened at day 1, Wednesday, until 3 in the afternoon. Around that time, 3 to 4, I was fully decided to go home because I need to rest and I also have my own family. So, I went home the afternoon Wednesday. So, yun yung nangyari sa akin doon. Mga hapon ng Wednesday, umuwi naman ako. Since kailangan pa rin naman namin maghintay para sa COVID test result ni tita. Yan.